I wish I started this 2 years ago when I was in the very beginning of my business.
I'm here with Miss Sarah-Beth Goslin, and you've been in the program, been working with us for a little under 4 months. And I remember having our first conversation when you were getting started, and it just sounded like we vibed right away and you wanted to hop in. So what attracted you to the program? I know you've been, in martial arts for a while, and, what attracted you to start the 7-Figure Dojo program with us?
Well, actually, I was kind of sort of on and off following you for years on Facebook, like probably since I started the dojo like 3 years ago. And I liked a lot of the things that you were talking about, a lot of the ideas and the concepts that you were presenting. And then finally, I took a hard look at where my dojo is and where like the information and the knowledge that I've had and where I wanted to go. I knew that there was kind of like a gap in between that. And I figured that it would be the time to reach out and see if you were the person to fill that gap. And so far, for what I've gone through with the program, all the different videos, the calls and whatnot, it's just been like just hands-on exactly what I need to get to the next step for what I'm trying to accomplish.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So when you did get started, I know we went to work right away on a couple of different things, really sorting out the leads, getting new students in. But from your perspective, what was something that right away we were able to start helping out with and help moving you forward with?
This is going to sound silly, but it was more or less the permission to charge what I'm worth, because I kind of modeled my dojo off of my old instructor and his pricing and all that. And it was great to build a foundation. But what I was realizing is that it was going to get to the point where I'm going to cap out on my students and I'm not actually promoting myself and getting the correct amount for what the program is actually worth and the amount of experience that I have. So being able to go through that process with you, figuring out what I should be charging, and then how to confidently talk about that, communicate to potential people coming in, and be able to actually make that happen and have them comfortable with it, and really have myself comfortable with the amount that I'm charging for the value that I'm offering.
That's awesome. So came in, we started working with you on that, and I do remember that old school pricing. So I'm glad that we were able to help you kind of move past that. And there's so many different facets of what we do in this program. What have you found personally, and because this vibes with different people, but what have you found personally that was really like, okay, this is what has really helped me make these changes or adapt to what we have here in the program, whether it's the live calls that we do or the curriculum that we do or just the communication that we have and back and forth. What's been really beneficial to you that you're glad that you have out of this program?
There's two biggest things. One, I absolutely love the calls that we do each week. There's a few, like the others I kind of miss here and there, but yours I'm pretty much, unless I'm sick, I'm there to get to that information about sales and the process and all that. So that has been huge. And then the second part, which, as you guys know, is those personal calls being like, so where are you? How far are you along? And I'm all like, getting there. I can't really hide. So the accountability factor to really push me to continue even when I'm discouraged, and more so on my side of things, not from the program, but just discouraged for like what I have to get done or where I want to be and why I'm not quite there yet. That whole instant gratification, it really does not exist. But our world kind of is training us to be that way. So just having that kind of push of like, I have to tell you, yeah, I'm behind in my videos right now, or no, I'm right where I need to be, and being goal oriented, I don't like being behind. So it was the accountability.
That's great. That's great. And so if someone were to, watch back or maybe even ask you a question and say, hey, I'm kind of like sitting on the fence, I'm not sure if I should do this program or not, what would you say to that person just from an insider's experience, to somebody who might be considering getting started with us?
So for someone, if you're considering getting started and you're not sure if it's the program for you or pricing or whatever your concern is, flat out, I wish I started this 2 years ago when I was in the very beginning of my business, because now I'm in a way trying to play catch up on all these great concepts and great parts. And I'm trying to implement like kind of in reverse order, and having that up front and just starting with the processes and starting with the systems and starting with having all these points lined out would have made it easier. So wherever you are in the process, just make the decision and go for it. Honestly, it's literally revolutionized how well my dojo is doing already, to the point of I'm about to fully hire one of my assistants on.